keep the daylight here and harvest huckleberries. Check these out. These are cultivated huckleberries that I planted actually from seed in the greenhouse way back in the spring. I only had 5 seeds germinate. And don't you know, this whole is huckleberries. Definitely one of those things that gardening always helps to remind me about karma, like you plant one tiny little seed and you just don't know what's going to come of it, right? But I wanted to bring you out here because the huckleberries are making me think about this concept that my teacher Goswami Kriyananda used to bring up a lot, which was you need to have the ability to think the new thought, to think the thought that will set you free, okay? And this could be something that has been before you for a long time, or an idea that even maybe somebody suggested to you to solve a problem, but you just weren't in the space to hear it, you just it didn't work. You weren't ready, right? You weren't ready to hear it. You weren't ready to make that choice. You weren't ready to think that thought or open up your mind to the possibility that you could think that thought, right? And to think the new thought changes everything, all right? And I'm thinking of these huckleberries because I have never grown huckleberries before. I thought they looked interesting. I like that they were a late season fruit. I like that you could preserve them. They look so dark and rich. They've got to be filled with goodness, right? But the funny thing is, if you pick them and eat them raw off the bush, they're semi-toxic, right? You have to cook them. You have to prepare them the right way. And normally that would have frightened me. I would not have been able to feel capable of that, right? Or know what to do. But this is part of me stretching my little cocoon of what I think is possible, what I think I'm capable of, right? And so here I am in October, picking huckleberries. A lot of huckleberries, my goodness. But I want you to think about that, especially with the energy of this week. Pluto is doing his good work of extreme renovation in your life. You still got the Saturn-Uranus dynamic, knocking down the things that don't work, restructuring all of our lives, right? And so what is the new thought that you have to think in order to liberate yourself? What is the thought, the new approach, the different outlook, Is it something you thought you could never forgive somebody for, and then suddenly you realize, you know what? I can't move forward until I do that? Was it something that you have always just said, well, I can't, and then one day you wake up and think, well, why can't I? Why can't I do that thing that I want to do? The thing that maybe they were naysayers, right? Maybe it was something that your family told you, nah, you can't do that. It's not possible. It's not feasible. If I'd have told my great-grandmother that I would pick up a little device the size of a pack of playing cards and film a video, which even the concept of a video would have been a hard thought for her to think, and then beam it out to the world as we know it, the planet Earth, and pretty much anybody who has a device and some internet access, that's a thought she wouldn't have been able to wrap her mind around, right? And it's that flexibility of mind, it's that ability to entertain possibilities, to see the new and the next. This is all very Uranian, check in with your Aquarius people and see what they're into, okay? Because that's more than although, Saturn's in their sign, so they might not be feeling all in their feels, they might be working really hard or a little overwhelmed. But they're the cutting edge folks. They're the people who are telling us where the future is. And so really staying adaptable is key. It's funny, Kriyananda used to say this saying, which we all used to kind of joke about, and he would say, adjust, adapt, acclimatize. And we would often debate, is acclimatize a word? But it doesn't matter. Acclimatize, adapt, okay? And adapting, through adapting, and the need to adapt, you absolutely must think the new thought, the liberating thought, you know? What if I made this lifestyle change? What if I stopped assuming that I'm going to react in a certain way? I'll tell you the story. My regular students have heard this many times, but I had a student, and he would always refer to himself in the third person. And I would say, I would suggest that he try a new approach, particularly to his personal relationships, because they were not working out real well. And he would just say to me, well, Joe doesn't do that. That's what he would say to me. Joe doesn't do that. And I would say to him, but what if Joe did? What if he did? And he couldn't entertain it. He couldn't think it. Couldn't imagine himself finding a new way, resetting his ancient patterns and ways of doing things. And if you are not change adept in the now, if you are not change adept in the coming years, you're going to struggle hard. All right? You're going to struggle hard. So why do that? Why do that? I talked about this the other week. Your new mantra is, I love change, I embrace change. Change is my jam. I am a change agent. So, old dogs, new tricks. Huckleberries. You got a good recipe, throw it my way, okay, y'all? See you on the next video. Bye.